guys, and happy Fandom Friday. It is the first day of Zenkaikon, and I am super excited in my Lily Evans cosplay, and we will get to see a whole bunch of stuff, and hopefully there's some more video for this. Alrighty guys, so we are back in my loot space and we have had a very successful day one of Zenkaikon. It was glorious, glorious fun. I actually signed up to see if I could become an ambassador for one of the wing companies just for funs and giggles. I didn't see a whole lot of people I know, but that's kind of normal for my first day of con. It's kind of a slower day. We did have a lot of fun with 2 panels that if you ever are in this area, you need to see them or you need to go find them on their various channels, and I will link them down below. The first one is Children Driving Robots. They are amazing geek podcasters and are just totally funny. If you're interested in toys or geek stuff or all kinds of things, they have a lot of fun to say and they're really funny doing it. We love all their panels and we go to all of them. It's one of those ones that my husband and I both enjoy. The second is +2 Comedy, and if you haven't seen them, they are a riot. My husband had never seen them till tonight, and he enjoyed them immensely. These, again, are geek comedians, so it's something that especially geeks can really appeal to. He had a number of Pokemon jokes, my favorite being that he knew all the words to the Pokemon rap, but can't remember basic things like birthdays or what day we're in. And I feel that it is such a mood because I've been having fun playing Pokemon Go recently, and the ones that I'm really super excited about getting are some of the, original 150, the ones that I actually recognize. So I hope to have some more content for you guys with tomorrow. Tomorrow starts day 2 of con. I know for a fact that I'm going to try and get a vlog in from you guys from one of my favorites. She actually took me to my very first con in New Jersey a few years ago. So we will talk to her and we will see some more stuff. Hopefully we will get my Belle cosplay going, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Alrighty guys, this is how much I love you. It's probably well past 12 and close to 1 o'clock on the second day of con. As you can see, I was representing my favorite Hufflepuff today with my Belle costume. So much cool stuff. It was so packed. This one is in the Marriott in Lancaster, and it's just, I think it's too small for the con they're trying to hold. It was so packed. And there's just so many people, so I don't have a whole lot of stills from the costumes I saw. There were many, many more costumes than I got to see. These are just some of my favorites, and I will try and tag everybody that gave me information to tag them with. My personal moment of the day was I actually got asked by one of the cosplayer photographers for a photo, like a mini photo shoot. So I am super excited, and I will share those with you guys as soon as I can find them. So costumes this year, we always do a tally, me and my husband, of costumes that show up at every con. So you always find Harlequins, you always find, Deadpool, you always find Homestuck. There weren't a whole lot of Homestuck this year. I'm wondering if that's not as popular as it usually is. I don't know. It's a pretty easy one. If you don't know Homestuck, it's not going to make any sense, but they're usually the black shirts with the astrological signs and then gray faces and then red, orange, and yellow horns. Deadpool, of course, is very easy. I actually only saw one of them this year, so that's kind of new. I guess he's not as popular as he was in previous years. Harley, of course, we found boatloads of Harleys, and especially Harley and Joker combos, so that one's still going strong. I even saw a Jared Leto one, so that was pretty cool. Let's see, Oogie Boogie so far has been my favorite, and I will tag her below. She was a gorgeous. I'm sadly missed with the Boogie's boys because they were there too, and I missed that photo op because there's just so many people. It got to the point where like you were blocking hallways no matter how much space you put them together, and you can hear how much my cat misses me because I've been gone all day. Sorry for not updating you at the beginning of the day. Getting my Minnie to her grandparents was a lot of real life things that we usually try to avoid on con weekends, but this year just didn't happen. So, to sum up, Ravenclaw Belle, which was really popular. Lots of awesome cosplays, lots and lots of people. Got to see lots of fun panels today. Mostly just kind of walked around and looked at people. And here's hoping that day 3 will be really cool. Oh, have not been able to find my friend yet for that vlog interview, so that's going to be on hold for a little bit longer. Day 3 is going to be Minnie Mouse because it's a nice, easy one, and I can show up to church in it and no one will guess. So I will see you guys for day 3. Bye. Alrighty, guys. And that is a wrap for day 3. We didn't actually spend a whole lot of time there. We only went to 3 panels because of stuff we had to do Sunday morning. So that was fun. There wasn't a whole lot of people there, so I didn't get any pictures. Someone did love the Minnie Mouse outfit, so I don't know about the ears, but they loved it. We'll have to see what else I can do with this cosplay. I did not show you this one when I did the rest of my cosplay, because this is one of those ones where I bought a whole bunch of the stuff. So the pearls are from Becky. These are fun because they just pop apart. So I will do a full review of con and add a whole bunch of, well, whatever pictures I have, since there weren't a whole lot of pictures this year. And we'll let you know the full thing in just a minute. Hey fandom friends! So I have obviously recovered from con, still rocking the bell though. First correction that I saw while I was editing videos, clearly I was sleep deprived at the end of day 2. Belle is a Ravenclaw. At least I'm pretty sure she's very firmly placed into Ravenclaw. She's not a Hufflepuff, so sorry about that. I was getting too old to stay up quite that long. The 3 costumes I wore this con was Lily Evans was on Friday for Gryffindor, Belle was on day 2, which was the end of House Pride time, and that was Ravenclaw. The third one was Minnie Mouse. I like my Minnie Mouse one. It's pretty easy, and I just like to wear it. Obviously, this con season did not go the same way it normally does just because of babysitting issues and things that I didn't anticipate, and which made me totally much more tired. And of the things that I know I'm not supposed to do, like not drink water. So that kind of made it suck for me a little bit. It was still an awesome, awesome con. So for us, it's super nice to have this con because it is fairly close. We can actually go home at night. So it's not as bad as like... We were actually debating getting a room in Lancaster at the time because it's nice to be able to go home and sleep in your own place, but at the same time, it's still like an hour drive one way. So say you leave at 11:30, you don't get home until dark 30. If we had stayed till the end of all the panels, I think I'd be dead right now. So, but it is nice that there's something real close by that, you know, you can just go for a day or something too. That being said, while I love Zenkaikon and I've gone a number of years, I think it needs to go somewhere bigger. I kind of noticed this with the last few years that we've gone, that there's just more and more people attracted, and that is super cool to see all of the people. But one of the reasons I could not find my friend for the vlog is because I saw her twice, grand total, in 3 days. I saw her once when we first walked in on Friday, and once right before we left on Friday, and saw her never again. Other than that, I don't think I saw the same cosplayer more than twice in the entire weekend. And I'm talking like in the same day I did not see them. So a few of the problems were they seem to have taken away the seating area at the very front of the lobby and turned it into this like little bar thing. So you could only go in if you were buying food, which cuts out all the seating that people were using when they were resting between panels or between, you know, various things. So there were people lining the hallways sitting down just to crash. And then, of course, there were all these extra people just milling around, going back and forth. And there was just so many people that it kind of detracted a little bit because you couldn't really see the costumes as much. You couldn't even stop just people for pictures because there were just so many things. And then, of course, like with all good panels and like waiting for autographs and stuff, there is a line you need to wait for. Like the one we waited for, we saw the Guests Against Humanities, and we waited for an hour to get into this panel because it's one of the most popular ones, and we knew if we didn't get there at that time, we wouldn't have made it in. But because of the way they have to keep people in line to get into the panel, it then cuts up more floor space. So there's even less hallway space, and it's just massively chaotic. So I think a bigger venue might be a good idea for Zenkaikon or, you know, something. I think I heard a rumor saying that they were building up the hotel, so maybe that'll be a good thing. The same thing kind of happened in the vendor space. There were just so many vendors that like one of the alleyways between the vendors was so tight you could barely get two people to pass each other. So that kind of sucked for them because I couldn't see anything because you were either stuck behind someone or you were just feeling so claustrophobic that you couldn't actually like look at the stuff. So those are my cons to the con. Most of it was really good. One huge shout out is, as you guys know, that I complained about, that I did not get any pictures because there were just so many people. The cosplay community at Zenkaikon is amazing, and there is going to be a slideshow at the end of this with all of their permissions, and I will make sure to tag each and every one of you lovely people who have sent me and let me borrow their pictures so that we can see some of these amazing costumes that they worked so hard on. And I am super, super excited that so many people were just like, sure, you can use my picture. Or, you know, please just make sure to tag me. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't tag someone, but that's a different point. And a few of them were just like, well, what are you doing? And I was like, well, I have a YouTube channel. I just really want to show pictures. And they're like, oh, totally. I even have one cosplayer, shout out to Negative Nuclear, or Nuclear Negative. I'll make sure to get it right down below, I swear, who let me borrow a whole bunch of their pictures. So I can tag the ones that are in it that I know, but if you see yourself in this list, please make sure to comment below and I will add your tag to it too so people can follow your work because like I said, these costumes are amazing. Alright, so the final thing I noticed this year, and it kind of triggered more things, maybe because I was tired and already kind of cranky because, you know, lack of water, trying to live on granola bars and no sleep. I was noticing the difference between the people that seemed actively, I hate to say actively interested in their panels, but we went to a few panels where it seemed more like they were talking to each other than presenting material. And maybe it's one of those things like, I'm a trained teacher, so I kind of have gone through the whole stand in front of people and make people interested in it. But like we went to a panel where it was the top 20 tabletop games you have to try before you die. And so it's one of those things where he actively said, this is one you need to try once and never again. But we were still enthralled as he explained what the games were and how they worked and why they sucked. All these things, we were actually sort of actively laughing and like getting really interested. And there's a few that I was like, ooh, that'd be fun to try. Or, ooh, that'd be fun to try. Because like for me, Monopoly kind of got killed when I was a young child. So I don't like those games, but he showed another one that's like Monopoly, but it ends without me, you know, tossing the board across the table, because that's not good playing strategy, and people tend to get mad about that. So at the same time, we went to a few panels where I think they might have tried to fit too much into the time period, or I don't know, it's one of those things where you can't just read off slides. It drives everyone nuts. We call it death by PowerPoint when my husband was in the Army, so I've experienced it. So I don't know how to correct that. And like I said, we've gone to a number of panels, and I listed a few of them in my During the Day videos. I love children driving robots. They are just funny to listen to, and they sit and bicker with each other, but they also sort of interact with the audience. So, you know, it's one of those things where, like, you can throw comments at them and they will respond. I actually got into a full-fledged argument one year at Zenkaikon over, I think it's liquor licensing in Star Trek, because they were wrong. But they, like, actually listened to me and went, oh, yeah, that's a good point. And I hope that if they ever do it, I actually missed the panel, because I think they did it again this year, but it was during that whole wait time. I hope they put it in again and they go, okay, we learned this, and so we can alter it. You know what I mean? We did try to go to one wig, like how to put wigs on kind of panel, but we didn't stay for very long because, I'll be honest, I found most of it on YouTube. But I am super glad that these panels are there for people who are starting out or, you know, don't think to look on YouTube. Like, those kind of panels are very useful. They had a great number of how to make foam weapons, how to build a cosplay, how to wear a wig. I think they even had makeup in them. One of the panels that I didn't make it to but sounded really interesting was how the cosplay community has helped people through bullying situations where, you know, you get that sense of community. And I've been having that problem, honestly, since con ended. I kind of feel, you know, con blah. Because you go back to normal life and you had this experience where everyone was really excited to see you, especially if they knew your character, and everyone was really nice. And then you come back to real life and people look at you weird when you dress like this. And this is barely fandom. Okay, it's a lot fandom, but it's not cosplay fandom. And, well, I did wear my blue wig yesterday, so maybe that was part of it. But you know what I mean? It's when you are normally a very colorful character and you went to con and everybody was a colorful character and you come back to normal life, which can suck sometimes. But it's still normal life and you do have to learn to live with it. Alrighty, so that is what I have for Zenkaikon. If you have the chance, totally come check it out. I'm not going to say don't check it out because it was packed. It is totally worth checking out. What are some cons that I should go to? I am super excited with the cosplay. I'm still thinking through all my cosplays, what I can improve, what I can do different. Like I said, I still have that Poison Ivy that I didn't get to wear this year because I didn't get done to my satisfaction. So I'd love to do that one year. Actually, last year, one that I really loved, she did Poison Ivy in the 1920s, so it was like a Fantastic Beasts Poison Ivy cosplay. It was super cool. I didn't get to see her this year, but she may have been there. I don't know. So, what are some cons that I need to check out? I am in the Northeast, so closer would be better, but I would totally love to hear your input. Thank you guys all for watching and all the cosplayers that participated in the slideshow. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, all the things, and join this wonderful fandom. And I will see you guys next Fandom Friday. Bye.